Hi, welcome to my channel Organize with Joy. I'm Joy and I want to inspire you to get organized. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a clean and decorate with me, and today I will be decorating my living room for Christmas.
Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
I was just going to cut this whole part of the video out because I ended up not leaving it this way, but I decided to just go ahead and show you where I started, and that was to move this end table just to see if my Christmas tree would work here. We usually put it in the corner, but last year we had the furniture arranged a little bit differently, and so I wasn't really sure that it was going to work in that corner, but in the end you'll see that is exactly what I did. I did make it work to go back in the corner. I felt like it looked a little bit awkward in the middle of the room, but I did give it a try.
Hey, Lord, we greet thee, born this happy morning. Jesus, to thee be all glory give. Word of the Father, now in flesh appearing. Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us.
So as you can see here, I went ahead and put the tree in the corner of the room where we usually put it, and I did just have to move those chairs and that end table on that side of the room over a little bit just because it wasn't totally fitting with the chairs the way I had them arranged originally. And I'm starting just by fluffing up all of the branches. We do actually store our tree upright in our attic because it fits just upright. That way the branches don't get too distorted, but I did need to do a little bit of fluffing.
When the snow falls outside, you can hold me tight. When it's cold through the night.
Next, I was just taking this extra piece of fur fabric that I had just draped over the chair there and using it as a tree skirt. I actually don't own a tree skirt. I usually just choose a piece of fabric that I have, or maybe a blanket, but I decided to go with this piece of like blush fabric.
Pack your bags, pack your coat, hurry up, it's time to go. Jingle bells and let it snow, playing on our radio. Feel the home fires burning, baby. This drive might take a while, but we are headed home, traveling Christmas style. Everybody's snowed, but we got the fire going. Who cares what the weathermen say? We're with the ones we love on Christmas Day. Laughter floats through the air, wrapping paper everywhere.
Does anyone feel like wrapping a Christmas tree with lights is such a struggle? Yeah, the struggle is so real, but here you might see that I have my lights wrapped around a piece of cardboard box. It works really well to keep your lights so they don't get all tangled, and then I just put a notch at the very end of the board to secure the end of the light strand.
Living in Christmas style, that's right, living in Christmas style.
And as you might notice there, I was struggling with my star too. It's always difficult because it doesn't exactly fit at the very top of our tree. Next, I'm just adding in these white like berry picks, and honestly I've had them for so many years. I don't even remember where I got them, and I've used them for a variety of things. I've used them in vases and other places, but the last couple of years I've used them to decorate our tree.
It's my favorite time of year, but I'm so drawn to December morning, always right, always right, always right. Future's bright, and all is right, and all is right. Busy, and I don't mind.
And next I'm working on the ornaments, and when I filmed this I was just kind of putting them on the edge of the branches, but later I go back and rearrange things a little bit and put some of the ornaments kind of back further into the tree to give it a little bit more depth and dimension.
On this December morning, December morning, December morning, and all is right, all is right, all is right. Future is bright, and all is right, and all is right.
I always love to hear from you down in the comments, so please let me know what holiday you celebrate this time of year. We celebrate Christmas. We are Christians, and so we do celebrate the birth of Jesus, but I would love to hear if there are other holidays that y'all celebrate and what you do to celebrate them. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video today. I hope that it gives you some sort of motivation or inspiration to get your home cleaned and decorated for the holidays. And if you are new, I would love for you to consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to click that notification bell so that you know every time I upload a video.
You could turn all the lights off Broadway, take back every single gift that you gave.
And next, I'm just going to work my way around the room, just doing some cleaning off this armoire and then the end tables. But you might notice there I have a fake fireplace going. That's because I believe on this day it was at least 75 degrees, if not more. I had the windows open, it was very warm, so I had to pretend like it was the holiday season. So had that fireplace going with some Christmas music, and that helped a little bit.
I'll be okay right here beside you, 'cause every year gets sweeter, dear. I know it's true that the holidays won't be the same, won't be the same. Now I have you. I thought this season couldn't get better. I thought I had everything I could need. Yeah. I uncovered a love like buried treasure. As our family grew from 2 to 3. Oh, and now the holidays won't be the same, won't be the same now that I have you. The lights burn out and the magic fades. I'll be okay now that I hold you, 'cause every year gets sweeter, dear. I know it's true that the holidays won't be the same, won't be the same. Now I have you.
So there in the corner on the end table, I brought in some extra pillows. Honestly, I usually do not change out my pillows specifically for Christmas. I usually use those navy pillows basically from fall through the winter until spring. We used to last year have different side chairs in that room that were like an indigo navy iCat print. And so those blue pillows went really well. But since I don't have those chairs anymore, I decided to go ahead and try to bring in these kind of hunter green pillows. And I also purchased a new pillow for the season this year, and it was a pillow that I got at Target, and it says Good Tidings. So I thought that the green pillows tied in well with that. But you can see here I'm really struggling to figure out the setup that I like, but in the end you'll see what I do. And here you'll see me struggle again to try to get a setup that I like. I just wanted to get rid of the wheat stems that were in the previous vase that was on this table, but these pine greenery were just too tall for this space, and even that vase I felt like was a bit tall, so I just keep rearranging until I figure out what works. And in the end I just use some wire clippers to clip apart the greenery so that I can make it a little bit shorter.
It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and terror pining till he appeared, and the soul.
I just wanted to show you this process of trial and error. This is usually just how I find a setup that I really like with home decor. Let me know if you do this as well. And also let me know which of these setups you liked, if you liked the one that I chose in the end.
A new and glorious morn, fall on your knees. Oh,
And next, I'm just working on this setup on my coffee table, and usually for Christmas time I use this copper tray instead of the gold tray, and so I'll just mess around with this until I find a setup that I like.
when Christ was born, truly he taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chains shall he break for
Now that I have my Christmas tree up and all my decor in place, that is when I decide to go ahead and vacuum. I like to wait until I'm done putting all the decor up because a lot of this type of Christmas decor has glitter and other things, or even just the pine needles, even though the tree is fake, from the tree. So this is how I'm going to go ahead and end, is by vacuuming and using my e-cloth mop on the wood portion of the room.
Christ is the Lord. Oh, praise his name forever. His power and glory evermore proclaim. Fall on your knees, oh,
And here, I do not know what I was thinking. When that tree is not in the corner, this is the direction that I mop, but I realized I was mopping myself into the corner because I couldn't get through because of the tree. But honestly, sometimes I do have to walk across a freshly mopped floor to get certain angles for YouTube, so this is not really anything new, but I decided to go ahead and leave the clip in of me walking right across the freshly mopped floor.
night divine.
And here is what it looked like in the end. I was really glad I went ahead and decided to change up the pillows in this room for the Christmas season. I just feel like the green pillows and the plaid blanket that I threw over that one chair just bring some cozy Christmas vibes to the room.
Holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child.
Well, thank you for watching my video today. I hope you enjoyed it and it gave you some inspiration or motivation today. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
In heavenly peace, sleep.